This right here can add $18,000 a year to your salary. Not just by switching jobs, by getting promoted where you already work, by becoming the person your company can't afford to lose. People with AI skills earn 56% more, and that premium doubled in just 1 year. The craziest part? You don't need to become a programmer. More than half of jobs requiring AI skills aren't even in tech. Last year alone, Amazon hired 129% more people with certificates than they did 3 years ago. The market has already shifted. In this video, I'll break down what actually changed, what kind of proof employers are looking for, and how people are standing out without writing a single line of code. And at the end, I'll show you exactly how people are proving their AI skills to employers. Most AI content online is trying to sell you things you don't actually need. New image models, new video generators, music generation, fun to play with, sure, but mostly built for creatives or one-time experiments. For most people, it doesn't change their life. If you have a classic job, manager, finance specialist, accountant, HR, copywriter, you need different tools, different skills, and practical AI knowledge that actually helps you work better or switch jobs. And here's what nobody tells you. If you're 35 or older, you actually have an advantage. AI plus your experience is a superpower. You have context, judgment, real-world knowledge that juniors don't. AI doesn't replace that, it amplifies it. Companies are cutting people who do what AI can do cheaper and faster. The gap between those who adapt and those who don't, $18,000 a year, and it's growing. A college degree used to be your ticket to an interview. Not anymore. Today, 52% of employers have lowered education requirements. 85% of companies use skill-based hiring, but there's a catch. That skill has to be recent and relevant. So what do you do if you already have a job but want to level up? Going back to college is expensive and slow. Sending out resumes and hoping someone notices you isn't a strategy either. Most resumes go straight into a black hole. HR software filters you out before a real person ever sees it. You're not competing with other candidates, you're competing with an algorithm. And most people don't even know it. Companies don't want to guess if you have skills. They want proof, something they can verify. That's why certificates are exploding right now. AI literacy is the #1 skill on LinkedIn Skills on the Rise 2025. Not coding, not management, not sales, AI literacy. And here's what really matters. 8 out of 10 managers would rather hire someone with AI skills than someone with more experience but without AI skills. Experience is losing. The signals are everywhere. 142 times growth in people adding AI skills on LinkedIn. 955,000 micro-credentials already issued in the US. Google actively hires through its certificate programs. The trend is obvious. Certificates are the new degree, faster, cheaper, and more trusted by employers. But here's the real problem. Writing, "I know ChatGPT" on your resume means nothing. Everyone does that. Companies want proof, verifiable proof. There are hundreds of certificates out there. Most of them, nobody checks, nobody cares. They're just PDFs that sit on your LinkedIn doing nothing. But there's a difference between a certificate that looks good and a certificate employers actually verify. So the real question becomes, where do you get a certificate employers actually trust? That's where Coursiv comes in. When you complete a course and earn a certificate, it's not just a pretty PDF. Employers actually call us to verify whether a candidate truly completed the program or just downloaded an image, because they need to know, is this person real or just another resume with buzzwords? Case: one of our students added the certificate to LinkedIn. A recruiter messaged him a week later. A month later, he had an offer. Not because the certificate is magic, but because it's proof. It's a signal to the market, I'm not just saying I have AI skills, I can prove it. So what does learning actually look like inside? Coursiv is built for people without a technical background. No coding, no jargon, no 10-hour lectures you'll never finish. Each lesson is designed for 15 minutes a day. Short, practical, something you can do on a lunch break or before bed. You're not just watching theory, you're practicing immediately. Each lesson has a built-in playground where you try what you just learned. The interface is intuitive. You'll get it in seconds. Learn a concept, test it right away, see the result. That's how skills actually stick. Not by watching someone else do it, by doing it yourself. The courses cover the tools that actually matter right now. ChatGPT, Claude, Midjourney, Gemini, DeepSeek. Not random apps that disappear in 6 months, the ones companies are actually using. And at the end of each course, a certificate, something you can show, something employers can verify. But here's something most people don't know about Coursiv. There's a section called AI Tools. It's one window with all the major AI tools in one place. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Midjourney, all of them right there. No jumping between tabs, no paying for 5 different subscriptions, no figuring out which tool does what. You learn something in a lesson, you open AI tools and use it on a real task, not a simulation. Real output you can take to work tomorrow. This is what most people miss. Knowing about AI isn't the same as using AI. The gap between I watched a tutorial and I actually do this at work, that's where most people get stuck. Coursiv closes that gap. You learn, you practice, you get certified, all in one place. So where does this leave you? I don't know where you are in your career right now. Maybe you're comfortable. Maybe you feel things shifting and know you can't ignore it anymore. The change already happened. AI skills went from nice to have to required in less than 2 years. The salary gap is $18,000 a year and growing. Companies like Amazon and Google are hiring based on certificates, not degrees. The question isn't if this affects you, it's whether you're ready when it does. The first step is small. Take a personalized quiz. It only takes a couple minutes. You'll understand where to start and which certificate fits your goals. The link is in the description and pinned comment. What you do next is up to you.